It's well established that providing good human rights impacts directly on a person's health and well-being. For many people, the experience of discrimination, social exclusion, and violence leads to a range of negative health outcomes. It also limits their access to services, opportunities, social networks, and their ability to make good choices about their own health and well-being. The effects of racial discrimination are well documented, and many people here today will have direct or indirect experiences of the impacts of race-related prejudice. In terms of homophobia, research shows us that 85% of GLBT people have experienced abuse, harassments, or assaults as a result of their sexuality or their gender identity. In fact, gay men and lesbians are up to 6 times more likely than the general population to be assaulted. It should be no surprise then that research also shows that in comparison to the general population, GLBT people experience much higher rates of mental health issues. And tragically, suicide rates among GLBT people, especially younger GLBT people, are also much higher. However, the effects of homophobia go well beyond GLBT people. The disputes that GLBT people can have with family members, based solely on the issues of sexuality and gender identity, can tear families apart and leave rifts between loved ones that sometimes never heal. This creates another level of mental health concerns, which then further impacts on families, individuals, and communities. This is the heartbreaking reality of homophobia, and the effects are present across all levels of Australian society and in all communities. We're Family Too is a groundbreaking piece of research that attempts to paint the first ever detailed picture about homophobia in Arabic-speaking communities in New South Wales. The report also reveals that within the GLBT community itself, many people from Arabic-speaking backgrounds experience racism and ethnic stereotyping and are frustrated by what they see or perceive as an undue emphasis on sex, on drug use, and on body image. For the first time, we now have a document that gives voice to these issues and the impact that this discrimination is having. Having this information will allow us to more effectively advocate on these issues and the discrimination that it's having and the impact that this discrimination is having. Having this information, we'll now work with governments, so we look forward to working with governments and the Arab Council of Australia, individuals and organisations to identify opportunities for the development of programs and services that give respect to notions of diversity and allow people from Arabic-speaking communities the opportunity to build programs that have a direct impact on their own health and well-being. ACON is very proud to be involved in the production of this report. On behalf of our board, our staff, our volunteers and supporters, I'd like to thank all respondents and contributors for helping shine a light on what are complex and emotive issues for both the Arab community and GLBT communities. In particular, I'd like to acknowledge the contribution of the report's author, Ghassan Kassahissiya, as well as other members of the report steering committee. Also, the contribution and support of the Arab Council of Australia has been remarkable, and I especially thank the Council's CEO, Randa Kattan, for her support. I'd also like to pay tribute to the resilience of GLBT people from Arabic-speaking backgrounds, who, in answer to negative experiences in both the Arab and the GLBT communities, have created and fostered their own networks where they can acknowledge and celebrate their identities. By being open, understanding and supportive, we can all play a vital part in helping improve the health and well-being for all people in our community. Thank you all for coming today and lending support to this cause, especially the Honourable John Ajaka, the Honourable Helen Westwood and the Honourable Catherine Branson and the Chair and Board members of the Arab Council of Australia. By speaking up, you'll help making our community a place that is inclusive for all Australians. Thank you.